we all, as we're recording, keep in mind, trying to think of a clickbaity title for this episode.
Vanderpump Jizz.
I don't think that's it. I think it's hilarious.
Chaos.
Yeah. This is one of our core.
Chin said what?
Chin said what? Chaos ensued. Chaos, all caps. Chaos. I'll tell you what I love about my new job, and I'm not shitting on my old job in any capacity, and I'm not minimizing what you guys do.
But it's the best job you've ever had tenfold.
I'm so relieved.
Just like 3 days.
There's two things that I don't miss. Titles and thumbnails. It's on TV. There's no titles. There's no thumbnails.
Woo-wee! But you guys got YouTube clips up the ass, don't you?
No.
You guys don't do YouTube clips.
Not for Vanity Index.
Huh.
That's nice.
No.
Plus,
thumbnails,
they probably,
no
even
titles.
if they did have it, they probably have people to do that.
Well, we have a graphics guy, Josh.
See?
Shout out to Josh. He's tremendous.
Graphics guy Josh.
Fucking Casey abandoned us. He's not even a podcast producer. He's a television producer again.
Well,
Yeah.
you got to graduate to the big leagues sometime.
Well, I used to produce TV anyway.
Well, you
so
got to go
I
back.
said again.
Well, you got to go back to college and then you graduate to the big leagues at
Did you
some time.
hear me say again, motherfucker?
I was him. I was saying. I got you nips. Come
We've
on.
all gone in and out of TV.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah. No, it was.
I haven't been in TV.
Yeah, we've all been in and out of TV.
I was Matt Man. That was
See,
TV.
we've all been in and out of TV.
I worked on fucking what's it called?
Salute your shorts.
American Horror Story.
Doing what?
Jin doesn't believe it. Doesn't believe it.
Just it doesn't matter. The worst job on the set, but not the worst job,
PA?
but literally the lowest on the totem.
PA?
No, Matman.
What's Matman?
You
Layout.
the match or something?
Layout. So it's like. It's just-
All I know now is I'm not going to make any effort to do anything.
No, you
come
have to
on.
because we do all the editing and we do all the clips. This is your. We pay you every month to do this.
I've been doing audio lately, okay?
Yeah.
I've been doing the audio.
Shout out to the
Yeah,
audio.
which is not nothing.
Which is not nothing, and it sounds tremendous.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
I've been asking Chin to do audio for my little side quest for years, and it's been hard to do. You're high
You're high.
high priced
Oh.
whatever. So,
yeah, $5
so
bucks
I'm
now,
happy
so
you're
it's
finally
So,
doing it.
Chin, that was the intro to the segment. Fan questions. Hit us with those questions that you did get.
Nope, not yet. Still had something I wanted to say.
Go for it.
So you were like kind of dismayed at the amount of questions you received compared to the people that viewed your story.
Forget even that. Just the questions received. Period. I thought because it seemed like something was completely off. I've never received that little of a
Questions.
This is where we got to the
whatever,
bottom
yeah.
of it. I think is they were possibly in their request, weren't they?
Yeah, you got.
Yeah,
where
where
they are
did
right
you
now.
find the questions, dude? Just be honest. We're your friends. Just be honest. Where did you find the questions?
What are you talking about? Find the questions.
I got a thing. I got a
Doesn't
thing.
even,
I wanna do.
doesn't even understand the question.
Have you
How-
have you seen the thing that was hidden replies or something?
Yes.
Or, no, hidden. That's what I looked into on the desktop, not on my phone.
Yeah, and
The
did you
desktop
find?
showed
Did you
hidden.
see them there?
Yeah, but there wasn't even that many there.
Chin,
But there
I'm
were
gonna
some.
tap you out in Austin.
There were some. There were some.
You know what?
I want
tap me
to tell Chin.
That's what he said. Chin.
But you were like on the fighter and the kid Patreon.
Yes.
You asked for Chin fan questions. You're like,
Yes.
I got like 70. So
Yes.
those are
That was like in a day or less. Day, yeah.
that is 100% of the most interested people in
Yeah,
Fighter of the
Patreon.
Cat. Like those are people who are paying to
Patreonies,
get
if
more
you will.
access to you. So of course you're going to get a lot in there. On your Instagram, you have 92,000 followers. We have, I'd say, 3,000 listeners to this program, listeners/viewers. That's 0.0326%.
Oh my
so
God, here we
out
go.
of those, let's say 3,000 that viewed your story, that's 97 that would watch the after hour, assuming 100% of the people that watch the after hour also follow Chin. So from that 97, and you
I
got
hear ya.
15 responses, that's a 16% conversion rate,
Yeah.
which I think you need to be proud of.
Yeah,
Chin.
proportion. What was your most
Dude,
stressful?
you guys are not gonna believe this. This happened
onset?
fucking yesterday.
Your
Yesterday. this
most
happened.
stressful thing was yesterday?
No. But something happened yesterday that was like how the fuck is this possible? And luckily, now I have SD cards inside at least one camera with the wide shot, just to have an extra backup, right? But I recorded the ATEM,
Yeah.
right? So then I'm like, you remember I told you, Case, before? One time I stopped recording, I turned off the camera, and then it still corrupted the SD card. And I'm like, what the fuck? Do you remember this or no?
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait for it. You can see the little blinking and then it stops. Maybe that might be it. So anyway, I remember putting the backup SD card in the camera, and I turned it off too fast after I was finished. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, no big deal, because I have it recorded on ATEM. So I pressed stop recording on the ATEM. It's still recording red. I'm like, what? Stop. It would not stop recording.
Froze.
And I see the numbers going up. It's still writing. It seems like it's still writing. Motherfucker, as soon as I unplugged, because I looked at ChatGPT, as soon as I unplugged it, I had 4 gigabytes of like an hour 30 podcast for Fighting the Kid.
Oh no.
And I'm like, oh my God. The one time I'm like, with the backup recorder, the camera, I'm like, I took it out soon. I'm like, please tell me that fucking saved, right? So thankfully that saved.
Oh, wow.
So I have a wide shot of Brendan and Brian, but I don't know. I look for fixes or how the fuck that could happen, but the ATEM just fucking got corrupted.
And that was yesterday?
That was yesterday. So that's why if you watch the most recent episode, there's only a wide shot. But thank God it's just Brendan and Brian, because that's an
man.
easy
It
wide
was
shot.
like that for years, though, wasn't it? Just a wide? Bringing old
Yeah,
school?
for a long
Yeah.
time. Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, whatever.
Damn.
But I'm like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
ATEM?
Yeah.
You can't even trust the ATEM now.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
What about, you should have backups on all their cameras.
I know, but then just what, like
I
you
gotta
guys said.
say, as only being half in, half out, that would be you gotta have backups on everything.
But the whole formatting shit. I remember I didn't have enough on the cards. I'm like, I want to format it, but I'm like, I have 3 cameras. I'm
Yeah,
like,
scared to
I got to go
format.
through all of them.
The
Yeah.
format
We have to-
fear.
Dude, that's why it's like all that shit and the timing. So
Yeah.
at least I had one card that for sure I had in. So
Here's
It
what you
worked
do.
out.
You get multiple cards. You have ones with dates on them, and once they pass like a certain date, you know you're good to format.
no, there's every now and then you're like, wait, we recorded this episode, but we didn't publish it yet.
That's a
it's
system
shit like
problem.
that
That's a
happens.
system problem.
It's a system problem, but it's not your fault because in that
man.
moment you only have the resources that you have.
Yeah.
I'm
We have 5 cards.
I'm like, do as I say, not as I do. Like there's just a million things. I finally got like now Friday is my dump footage day.
Friday,
I have
Gotta
2
dump footage on
SSDs and they
Friday.
kept getting filled. I never have room. I got
I think something interesting is happening on this god awful After Hours podcast with Chin and Cheddar Bob and the other guys. I do believe these guys are now trying to convince Chin to quit his job. You have to remember, none of this stuff happens in a vacuum. And these guys are more plugged in than most of the other people in Schaub's orbit, because you got to remember, they do all the homeless cats references and stuff, and they are 100% fully aware of everything that's happening. So they know about the crappy studio and the lawsuits and all of this stuff. And at the end there, when Chin is describing like the equipment problem he has, they immediately revert to it's the system, it's the resources, it's not Chin's fault, meaning it's that studio, it's everything like that. Because you got to remember, they were stunned 2 weeks ago when they found out Schaub in the studio was just on a year lease, and they didn't even know that. They just thought, I never heard of a year lease when he's really on a month lease because it's a storage thing. You have to remember, like, these guys left Schaub, those two, and Cheddar Bob, technically, his main employer is Theo Vaughn. They'll do side shit for his Schaub, but the only one whose boss is Schaub is Chin. And I think these guys are like, look, dude, you're miserable in Texas. You're working for this loser. And your equipment sucks. Your new studio is going to suck probably even more than the storage unit one. And God knows how that's even possible because it sounds like the new one is a barn or something. I know, man. This whole thing, the BAPA ship is sinking. And everyone's going to try and escape it, but will Chin go down with the ship? I don't know, but let me know your thoughts in the comments.